Welcome to Heart of Philly. Tonight we are at the Go Green Red Gala for the Red Cross here at the Loft Hotel in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and we're with
Mike Giletto,
and you're the
chairperson of the American Red Cross of Burlington County.
Burlington County, and also your name?
Joe Blazewski. I'm the CEO of the Burlington County chapter.
And Dennis?
Dennis Malloy from New Jersey 101.5.
Tell us about the event tonight and what you hope to do and accomplish.
We hope to have a lot of fun, raise a lot of money, and you can't spell fun without fun. So we want to have fun raising funds. That's what we're here for.
Okay, how are you going to start doing that tonight?
Just talking and selling everything that we do. We do a lot of disaster relief. Lately, the floods, Burlington County had a couple floods, North Jersey. Now we had a tsunami, Japan come over, West Coast. The Red Cross is on that. Part of that will go to that. Service to Armed Forces, we have a big part on the base, the mega base in Burlington County.
And can you tell our viewers, how can the public help and what is the immediate need right now?
A four-letter word, cash. Send us money. That's how you can, basically that's how you can help, or volunteer. If you volunteer, we'll have a job for you.
And how can they get in touch with the Red Cross?
Either by website, AmericanRedCross.org. They could call Burlington County chapter, which you can get out on the website. They'll show you how to do that. We're very fortunate to have people like Dennis and Joe on our side, celebrities. That Joe's a celebrity in his own right. Joe's a Fishtown boy from Philadelphia. Okay, he come over to Burlington County. We had to grab him because if he was in Philly, we would have lost great talent.
And Joe, since you're a celebrity here too, tell us tonight also what you hope to see and accomplish.
I'm hoping to see everybody have a good time and raise money for a cause that it's very dear to my heart about. What we do with the amount of people we do is a lot. Mostly everybody is volunteers that work for the Red Cross. We have a very small staff, but we have volunteers that will go out the middle of the night, respond to a fire. We have volunteers that will go out to the joint base and help with the military out there. Volunteers that go out and help in the blood drives. Without the volunteers, this organization would not be able to survive. But we also need the funds to survive.
And that's what the goal is tonight, to raise as much money as possible to help out in every way that the Red Cross is in great need too. And also, Dennis, what can you...
Well, this is my second year being involved with the Red Cross Gala. And as we saw in the last couple of days with the tsunami, both in Japan and in California and Hawaii, wherever you go in the world, wherever there's a disaster and people are in need of help, first organization there is the Red Cross, the organization people trust the most all over the world. And when they see that Red Cross, they know help is there, and they know it's an organization they can trust. So it reaches out to everyone, and it's important to everyone to give a little. If there's any organization that you feel you want to give to and you don't have any doubt as to where the money's going and if it's going to help, it's the Red Cross.
And I would also like to say, from Heart of Philly and all of us, that our hearts and prayers go out to the people of Japan at this time, too, that are in such great need. So we're with you with our hearts and prayers. We're here tonight with Colonel Gina Grosso of the United States Air Force. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Very good. And tell me about tonight and what your plans are with the Red Cross here.
Well, Mike Giletto, who we've done some work with on the Joint Base, asked me to serve as the speaker, which is always quite an honor. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what the Red Cross does for the military, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experiences with the Red Cross.
And can you tell us a little bit about that, about your experiences with the Red Cross?
Oh, sure. Well, this is the secret about my speech, but my mother is a longtime Red Cross volunteer. And so she's here with me tonight, so that's kind of fun. But the military and the Red Cross have a very symbiotic relationship. And so one of the things they do that's probably the most important for us is the emergency notifications. And so as a commander, when you get that from the Red Cross, one, you know that all the information in it is true, and then you can take care of that service member, because these notifications almost all the time involve the death of a loved one. And so it's very important to get that quickly and to get it to the person that needs it, and then to get that person home. But I've also had experience with them in disaster relief. So I was in Texas in 2005, and the city of San Antonio was receiving Hurricane Katrina evacuees. and they really needed help building the shelter. So I led a team of about 300 airmen, and we basically built the shelter. And then the Red Cross came in, and obviously they were the ones that accounted for about 15,000 evacuees. And it was just phenomenal watching. Right, and not only did they know who was in which shelter, because we had 3 huge buildings, but then they took care of their needs. So it was quite impressive.
And can you tell us what the American people can do to help our soldiers and to help also with the Red Cross?
Well, I think certainly to help our military members, one, know what they're doing. I mean, there is tremendous service today. Obviously, the United States is involved all over around the world, both in humanitarian operations and combat operations. And there's tremendous young men and women serving. So I think whenever you see somebody in uniform, say thank you. And that goes.
I would like to thank you personally. I would like to thank you, and I would like to thank all of our men and women out there, because what they're doing for us is it's just words can't describe how grateful we do feel, and they don't hear it enough.
I would. Well, I think we hear it a lot, but truthfully, especially for the young men and women serving. I mean, you think about people, the model that we have of an all-volunteer force. So young men and women volunteering to serve in a time of conflict. I mean, it's really an amazing model. But I think it's because we in this country believe we have something worth defending. That's really, we have incredible young men and women serving.
We're very proud of them. We are very proud of them.
As I am. It's the best part of my job is getting to work with them. And as far as the Red Cross, I think either volunteer yourself, because there's no greater gift than giving, and I think the rewards come back to you tenfold. And if you don't have time to volunteer, donate your money. Give up coffee for a week and give them $10 or $20 or whatever you can afford.
That'll go a long way.
Exactly. A tremendously long way. So you give however you can, and your life is enriched. It's really kind of simple.
I'm Karen Haraway. I'm the past chair of the Red Cross here, and I'm still on the board.
Great, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
And tell me about tonight.
Well, every year this is our largest fundraiser for the people of Burlington County. And already we're engulfed in floods and difficult situations. We've had a lot of fires this winter. And these people need us. You know, these people need what we provide for them. So everybody who's here, it's very important for us.
And tonight, I hope tonight is just a wonderful, and you get everything that you need from the people here and the people out there watching, that they can see what is needed and just get out there and help any way you can.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, with the recent disaster in Japan, I think these things are a little bit higher in our consciousness at this moment. So anything that people can do, we really appreciate.
I think, as you mentioned, with the recent disaster in Japan, it's waking people up that things happen, and they happen at any time, and it's unexpected, and it can happen to anyone at any time.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you look at those people, and hey, as they say, you know, we're all Japanese today. I mean, it could be any of us. It's so heartbreaking to see that. And even in our own county here in Burlington County that this event subsidizes, there's a lot of people who have fires. A house fire for one person is as bad as a tsunami is, but for so many more people. So for them, that's their own personal tragedy. And it's, you know, you see these big things on television and you feel compelled to help, which is wonderful. But even in those years where there's not a big disaster, one family is having a significant disaster.
You're right. Whenever there is a disaster and you see that Red Cross, you feel help is there. Help is there.
You know, it's so true. And even now with the tsunami, you know, right away people, okay, the Red Cross is going to be there. And it is. It's just the backbone of the fabric of a society that's so desperately needed in these times. It's so important to have that always in place, that safety net.
So if we all help in any way, with your time or with your money that you could help donate, that is going to help in so many ways a lot of very desperate people at this time.
Absolutely. That's absolutely true.
Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Thank you.
And what is your name?
My name is Colonel Paul Murphy. I'm the wing commander of the 305th Air Mobility Wing at McGuire-Dix Lakehurst.
And you're in active duty right now?
Yeah, active duty. Air Force, and we're just here supporting the event, and we think it's great for the Red Cross to do this, and couldn't be happier to be here and return that support.
Now, this is an amazing event, and we're hoping that tonight the Red Cross can get the funds that they need to help our servicemen and women.
Oh, absolutely, especially right now. I mean, as we speak, we've got all kinds of joint Air Force, Army, Navy, not just at McGuire, but all over the world, doing tsunami, earthquake relief, in addition to all the other events that are going on over in the Middle East and elsewhere. So it's a key time. So this is kind of coincidental that we're having an event like this right in the middle of that type of high event season.
I couldn't believe it that this just happened a few days ago, and as you said, this event tonight, it falls in place just in time to kind of bring that awareness even more once again.
It really does, and this is the kind of thing that reminds you of. You talk about them at great events like this, but to have one actually happening as we speak, it kind of brings it all home. Well, the U.S. government's been involved since the time it was and the event started. The Navy moved right in. The Air Force has obviously we're stationed in country, and the entire U.S. Military and the U.S. government has been helping in any way they can, as a lot of other countries have in the world. So it's really kind of a team effort at a time like this, and it's great that the world can come together and help. So, that's why I like our mission, the Air Force mission that we have with strategic airlift and air refueling, is we can get things, whether they're relief, just relief supplies or sniffer dogs or just anything that has to go real fast that can help the situation. We can help get it there.
And what do you think that, do they know at this time right now what is needed the most? I mean, I know it's early stages of everything.
Well, Japan's a very developed country, so they do have a lot of infrastructure that's ready for this type of event, but even that gets overwhelmed. So the things they might need might be very specialized, or they might be just simple things like power or something that only an aircraft carrier or something can bring, or search and rescue is a very specialized task. So it's really up to the local prefectures and the local country officials to try to figure out exactly what's needed in a particular area, just like it would be anywhere in the world.
Well, I wanted to also say thank you for what you do for our country, too. Thank you so much.
Oh, appreciate it. And on behalf of the 2,200 men and women that are in the 305th Air Mobility Wing and the 30,000 or so that are at Joint Base McGuire-Dix-Lakehurst, we just get to work with them and work for them, so I appreciate that. But thank you.
And we're here with Kristie Bergey. Hi, Kristie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Tell us about tonight, because it's a special event.
Oh, it's wonderful. The Red Cross of Burlington County does so much for the Burlington County area. Right now, even we're on alert because of the floods. So, we're giving back tonight through our silent auction items, which are over 100 items this evening that are just ranging from the flyers to wonderful baskets in both Philadelphia as well as South Jersey. So we're hoping to raise some money to continue to help the people in Burlington County.
Now, with the floods, because I've been hearing a lot about that too, how many families, do you have any idea, that are in need right now?
At this time, I don't have a total count, because we've been on alert for about 3 days now in total, and I believe the alert is just coming off tonight, depending on the tables.
Okay, so people get out there and help, right?
Absolutely.
That's what they can do.
Volunteer for the Red Cross. We have an organized system here, and we train you, and we know what needs to be done in a deploying situation. And people, whether they're burnout victims from losing their homes, so many people don't have anywhere to go. Families are in different states or a different part of the state. You need the Red Cross there. They're the first to respond. And think about that. If you have lost everything, at least, but not your family, where do you go? What do you do? And the Red Cross is there to hold your hand and make sure you get through it.
And they respond quickly. They respond right away, and they're there to help.
Exactly. They're the first to respond, meaning that they're right behind the fire department or the rescue team.
And we're with Andre.
Andre McCoy, how are you?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
It's a great time here.
And we're with Brad.
Brad Mills, yes, thank you.
And tell me about this event. Is this your first time at it?
This is, yes. I've been obviously familiar with the Red Cross many times. Used to donate blood back in the day, and have enjoyed their services when I was in the Marine Corps, and it's a great night. I have to be out and be able to support the organization.
And how about you, Andre?
Well, the Red Cross is a great organization, as everybody knows. This is my first time here at the Loft, and it's a beautiful place. And I'm very happy to be here with a great bunch of people.
Well, thank you, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
And it's a great success tonight. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
And what is your name?
I'm Allie Foy.
And can you tell me, have you been to other Red Cross events, or is this your first?
Yes, I've actually been to last year's Red Cross event.
And what do you think about tonight so far?
It's going great. A lot of stuff on bid, and we're taking a look at some of the jewelry.
Yeah. Did you see anything you liked?
Yes, I did, actually. I don't think I brought enough cash, though.
Okay, well, you have a wonderful evening, and thanks for being a part of all this.
Thank you.
We love you, Heart of Philly.
We Love you, Heart of Philly.